This is the most important thing we will ever learn about mutant history. Let's get it. Alright guys, welcome back to Titans Review, and today we're going to go over House of X number 2, right there. And today we're going over a very important book right here. This book explains a lot about the history of the X-Men and what's been really going on behind the scenes. So we got Moira McTaggart. We were talking about Moira McTaggart before and how she's always been around the X-Men mythos, and she's always worked with Professor Xavier and always been there. She's always been behind the scenes doing her little thing. You know, she's that agent, the human agent that works with the X-Men side by side. Her name is Maureen McTaggart, and come to find out in this magazine, we see that she is enjoying her life right here, but basically explains that her first life, she had a great life. She died a normal death and all that stuff, but right after that was when she was first reborn in the womb. But she remembered everything in her past life, so it was like automatically, like she remembers everything from her past life. So that first panel right here is basically explaining how she was, she was a young girl, normal human being, and she got sick at a young age. But then, right before it got even worse on her, she miraculously she finds herself getting better and right as rain. So years later, she got married. She had 2 boys and a girl, and then she passed away basically of nothing too extraordinary, you know what I'm saying, or extravagant. She was just had a regular normal life. She had found love, she created life, she had 3 children. So, but like I said, Moira's second life began in utero. It says it was the womb birth of a final sentient being who had a perfect recollection of her prior life. So she remembered everything in utero, in the womb, guys. So that goes to show what type of mutant power she has. She basically has the powers to reincarnate life after life after life. Then the book goes into depth with some other side notes and stuff, but I'm trying not to get into that stuff because I want you guys to be able to read that stuff for yourself in the book, and you guys get your own copy. All right, gotta get some light on this stuff. But anyways, then we go on, and she's remembering all these past lives and how she was she met Professor Xavier in each of those lives, and how every time she either fell in love or she helped him create a new mutant X-Men hall or whatever, the school for the gifted or whatever. But then it goes to show that in one life she meets up with a mutant called Destiny that is with Mystique at the moment. And Destiny says, "I know your secrets." So she basically knows that she's reincarnated every time, and that she also created a serum to heal the mutant population. But Destiny goes on to tell her, hey, if you ever try to create this in your next life, that I'll know and I'll find you and we'll destroy it and blah, blah, blah. So they have her tied up in a chair, and Pyro fries her. I mean, he just, so that's the way she remembers this death in the next couple lives. She'll never forget that type of death. So Moira McTaggart goes on to tell the story of how every life she lived, the Sentinels attacked the mutant population, basically killing them all off. Every time she went through her lives, it was a different thing. It was a different thing. What's weird about it is like when she dies, it's like a reset to the X-Men history. So it's kind of like hard to understand what type of reincarnation she's going through. Does she reincarnate and then go back into the past? Or does she reincarnate and everything ends and she just starts all over the whole same life? So it's sort of like a Groundhog's Day scenario. I don't know if you guys remember that movie. It's an old movie. But, you know, he keeps waking up and it's the same day over and over and over again. So I'm thinking that Maureen McTaggart's lifeline is sort of like that. So, because she even comes back in one life and she tries to kill the Sentinel, the rogue Sentinel, the Mother Mold Sentinel, which was the Sentinel that was able to create other Sentinels. Goes to, and she shows how she even went to Magneto in one life instead of Charles Xavier to get his help, but they failed at that too. She even went to the Avengers. The Avengers failed in that lifetime. So they go all across the Marvel landscape, and you finally end up with her going to Apocalypse in one of her lifetimes, and they start that Apocalypse Human War, which in the timeline this shows that there's just no end to that war or whatever. But then it goes back to the scene that we were at in the first X-Men, in the last X-Men issue that we went over, which was Powers of X. And they're back in the park. And that was the part where she called him by his name, and Charles Xavier was like, "Do you know me?" You know. So they're back there, and she tells him again the same thing. Well, and Charles is saying, "I'm smiling because I have recently had the most wonderful dream of a better world and my place in it." And Moira McTaggart just looks at him and says, "Well, here's the thing, Charles. It's not a dream if it's real." So basically, and then we're back to the part where he's reading her mind, and he's like, basically like dumbfounded. You know what I mean? Like he knows what he's showing her. But then we go on to the many lives of Maureen McTaggart, and these are all the lifelines that we have, and in each lifeline there's a checkpoint and it tells you what's going on. Basically, certain things are the same. Year 1, she's born. Year 8, she enrolls into Edinburgh Academy. Year 13, mutant manifestation, and those are her age years. But for some reason, right here, lifeline number 6 is missing. So there is no lifeline number 6. So we're gonna have to find out in the next upcoming issues what is going on with Moira McTaggart and lifeline number 6. But it goes on to the next page. And like I said, Jonathan Hickman, he gets into those great layouts, showing you all these like little graphs and all this stuff to help you keep up with the timelines of their life. You know what I mean? And once again, here goes the layout on how to read these right there. Once again, if you're interested in reading this new storyline for the X-Men, it's a game changer, guys. Moira McTaggart has never been known to be a mutant. She was always the human that was in the background, helping out Charles Xavier, helping out all the mutants, blah, blah, blah. But this right here changes up the game a lot in X-Men history. So, in the next issue, we'll be going over, I think it is Powers of X. And yeah, we're gonna go dive deeper into the story and see what's going on with these, with the new X-Men, and what's going on with this whole Moira McTaggart. Why does she have so many lives, and what does it all mean? Okay, guys. So remember, always, I really appreciate all the support that you guys give me, and smash that subscribe button. I mean, punch it. No, I'm just joking. Don't punch it. You break your screen. Okay, guys? But hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share it, guys, because we're doing it big over here. We're talking about comic books. We're talking about collectibles, Dragon Ball, anime, whatever is fun under the sun. Like I said before, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share it, man. Titans Review. Come back later and I'll check you out. Peace. Okay, guys, and also don't forget to go check out my homeboy's YouTube page also, and the Real Comic Stand. He's got some great info for you guys. He gets deeper into the comic books, unlike I do, because I want to try to be spoiled free or whatever. But go check him out, the Real Comic Stand. He's got a lot of info. He goes deeper into the stories, and he's really pretty knowledgeable on the stuff that he has on his YouTube channel, guys. Go check him out. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace out.